Early life and background. Paul Ince, one of England's most influential midfielders, was born on October 21, 1967, in Ilford, Essex, a suburb of London. Raised in a working-class family, Ince's early life was marked by a love for football, which he developed from a young age. His family supported his interest in the sport, and he played for local clubs as a teenager. Growing up in East London, Ince was deeply influenced by the area's diverse football culture, which fostered a competitive spirit that would serve him well in his professional career. Ince's football talent was evident early on, and he joined the West Ham United Youth Academy, where his development began to take shape. He quickly impressed the coaches with his technical ability, work rate, and competitive edge. However, Ince's time at West Ham was not without challenges. He had to battle for a spot in the first team, but his determination and hard work paid off, and in 1986, he made his debut for the senior squad at just 18 years old. This was the beginning of a journey that would take him to some of the biggest clubs in England and Europe. West Ham United, 1985–1989. Paul Ince's early professional years were spent at West Ham United, where he honed his craft under the guidance of legendary figures like John Lyall and later, Billy Bonds. His first appearance for the first team came in 1985, and it didn't take long for Ince to establish himself as a force in the midfield. Known for his tenacity, passing ability, and leadership on the pitch, he was a key part of West Ham's midfield during the late 1980s. Although West Ham didn't win any major silverware during Ince's time there, the club played an important role in shaping his career. Ince quickly became known for his dynamic style of play. He was a box-to-box midfielder, adept at breaking up opposition attacks, distributing the ball, and even scoring goals when required. His physical presence on the pitch and relentless work ethic earned him the nickname the Governor, a testament to his influence in the middle of the park. During his spell at West Ham, Ince made over 100 appearances. But the desire to play at the highest level saw him leave the club in search of greater success. It was during his time at West Ham that he began to develop the qualities that would become his trademark in the years to come. Moved to Manchester United, 1989–1995. In 1989, Ince made a high-profile move to Manchester United for $1 million, which was a substantial fee at the time. The move was a turning point in his career, and it proved to be the catalyst for his rise to prominence as one of England's top midfielders. Under the management of Sir Alex Ferguson, Ince would go on to achieve a level of success that would define his career. Ince's first season at Manchester United was a resounding success. He quickly settled into a midfield role alongside players like Brian Robson, Mark Hughes, and Andrei Kanchelskis, and his performances in United's 1990 FA Cup winning campaign were instrumental in securing Ferguson's first major trophy as United manager. Ince played a crucial part in United's dominant midfield during the early 1990s, and his tenacity, passing range, and leadership qualities made him indispensable to the team. His contribution was pivotal during the 1992–93 season when Manchester United secured the Premier League title for the first time in 26 years. Ince's role in midfield, both as a creative force and a defensive shield, helped solidify United's dominance in English football. His partnership with players like Robson and Eric Cantona created a midfield unit that was feared by opponents. However, it wasn't just his on-field performances that caught attention. Ince's fiery personality and leadership made him one of the most respected players in the Premier League. He often served as a vocal leader on and off the pitch, inspiring his teammates with his passion and commitment. Departure from Manchester United, 1995–1997. Despite his success at Manchester United, Ince's relationship with Sir Alex Ferguson soured towards the mid-1990s. Tensions between the two escalated, and in 1995, Ince made the decision to leave Old Trafford and sign for Italian giants Inter Milan. His departure from United marked the end of an era for the club, but it also signaled the start of a new chapter in his career. During his time in Italy, Ince continued to showcase his abilities on the European stage. Although he struggled to adapt to the slower pace of Italian football at first, he soon became an integral part of the Inter Milan midfield. His ability to read the game and break up opposition attacks made him an essential part of the team, and he was widely respected for his contributions. Despite a successful stint in Serie A, Ince's time at Inter Milan was relatively short-lived, and in 1997, he returned to England, signing for Liverpool in what would be a short but eventful second spell in the Premier League. Liverpool, 1997–1999. Ince's return to English football saw him join Liverpool, where he played for 2 seasons. While at Liverpool, Ince continued to display his leadership and drive. But the club was in a period of transition under manager Gérard Houllier. Although he was a key player during his time at Anfield, Ince could not help Liverpool return to the heights of the early 1990s. The team struggled to recapture its past glory, and Ince's time at Liverpool would be characterized by a series of near misses rather than tangible success. Despite this, Ince was widely admired for his professionalism, leadership, and versatility. He continued to contribute significantly to the team, even though his individual achievements were often overshadowed by the collective struggles of the squad. Final years and retirement, 1999–2007. Ince's final years in football saw him play for a variety of clubs, including Middlesbrough, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Notts County. While his performances were often less frequent in his later years, Ince remained an important figure in the dressing room. His experience and leadership qualities helped guide younger players, and he continued to contribute to various teams in both playing and coaching capacities. Eventually, Ince retired from professional football in 2007 after a long and storied career. He had represented some of the biggest clubs in English football, as well as gaining considerable international experience with the England national team. Ince's international career with the England national team was equally eventful. He earned 53 caps and scored 7 goals for England between 1992 and 2000. Ince's first taste of international football came during the 1992 UEFA European Championship, where he was part of the squad that made it to the semi-finals. He also played in the 1994 FIFA World Cup and represented England in several international friendlies and qualifiers during his career. Known for his combative nature and ability to control the midfield, Ince was considered one of England's top midfielders of his generation. Despite his individual performances, Ince was often criticized for England's failure to consistently succeed in international tournaments. Nevertheless, his contributions to the national team were widely respected. Legacy: Paul Ince's career left a lasting impact on English football. As one of the best midfielders of his generation, Ince was renowned for his physicality, leadership, and ability to control the game from the middle of the park. He was a player who could both destroy opposition attacks and create opportunities for his teammates, and his versatility allowed him to excel in various midfield roles throughout his career. Ince's journey from West Ham United to Manchester United, and eventually to the international stage, helped define an era of English football. His ability to adapt to different playing styles, combined with his natural talent and work ethic, made him one of the best midfielders of his time. Off the pitch, Ince's fiery personality and leadership made him one of the most respected figures in the Premier League. Today, Paul Ince is remembered as a true legend of the game, one of the defining midfielders of the 1990s and an integral part of some of the most successful teams in English football history.